Good day, everyone. I'm Mindy.
I'm Sam.
You are now tuning into DoReMi
DoReMi FM.
FM. Today, we were discussing about issue on vaping. As we all know, vaping has been spreading like wildfire among teenagers. It has
Wow.
become a trend which many think that it could replace the habit of smoking. However, there are a lot of contradiction revolving this issue. Today, through DoReMi FM's Urban Trend, you will get to know more about vaping.
Vaping can be defined as the act of inhaling water vapor through a personal vaporizer. It is also known as an alternative to smoking. Electronic cigarettes are growing in popularity around the world as well as in Malaysia. It has gradually become a hot topic of the year. The public have been told that vaping is 95% healthier than smoking. Professor Anne McNeil from King's College London said e-cigarettes could be a game changer in public health. But is it really safer than smoking? Here are some of the opinions of the general public.
How do you find vaping?
It's less harmful but it created an unwanted trend.
Vaping is getting popular due to the price is a lot cheaper compared to the traditional cigarettes.
Vaping is like a trend in Malaysia, especially for the youngsters.
Do those vaping affects you in any way?
The fume or the smell, which is way too sweet for me.
Turned out to be another addiction.
Very annoys me.
It does not affect me in any way.
Would you support the act of vaping?
Support the act of vaping with conditions.
I'm totally not support vaping.
No, I would not support the act of vaping.
A research done by our team in DoReMi FM regarding public's opinion of vaping shows that 52 out of 90 participants do not support the act of vaping because they believe that young adults will be tempted to follow this trend and unknowingly harm themselves in the progress.
Right, now that we have understand the point of view from the public, it's time to turn to the other side of this issue. Voices of the vapors.
Why did you choose to vape?
To quit smoking. I wanted to quit smoking, and it's something different.
Because I want to quit smoking.
Because it's healthier than cigarettes.
To get an alternative to try and stop smoking.
Because I want to quit smoking.
In order to know more about opinions of the vapor, our reporter Fish has approached the owner of the vape shop, Mr. Sean. I will now pass to you, Fish.
Thanks, Mindy. I'm here now with Mr. Sean, the owner of the vape shop. Hi, Mr. Sean.
Hi, Fish.
Thank you for spending time with us, Mr. Sean. So, what motivated you to open a vape shop at this time?
Well, actually, things that motivate me to open a vape shop right now is just that, people wanted to quit smoking instead of, smoking long term. As you can see, there's a lot of cases during all these years where, people started, have cancer and all those stuff. And even the government, they try to start a few campaigns, for people, to stop smoking and stuff like that. But eventually, there's only a few percentage people who manage to stop smoking. And there's actually a few ways for you to stop smoking. There's patch, there's how do you put this? There's patch and there's other stuff. So what motivates me to open a vape shop is just want people to quit smoking, live a healthier life rather than smoking.
So, how long do you think that this vaping trend will last?
Well, I don't think that this is a trend right now because vaping started at 2013 and when it comes to earlier this year, people started to, go by the trend, as you can see. And if you want to say it's a trend, then yeah, it's a trend. If you want to say that it's not a trend, of course it's not a trend because some people who started really long time ago, they started to see this community to start growing. So I won't say that it's a trend actually. I would say it's a trend. And of course vaping will go further in the future.
According to professionals, vaping is said to have negative effects on human body. What is your view on this?
Well, for me, I'm a smoker before and I'm vaping right now, so I am a basketballer myself, so the only thing I can say is I can feel the difference after I start vaping, in stamina-wise, my teeth stopped to get yellowish and stuff like that. So if you say, if government say that it's not a very good thing, then that's because they don't have the solid research yet. Solid research. Well, for some people who wanted to go for vaping, they'll start researching internet and other stuff like that. They want to find out what's inside the liquid, whether it's safe or not, and whether it's harmful to the body or not. But no, everything's safe.
In your opinion, do you think that vaping would replace smoking in future?
Yeah, of course. Soon.
So that's all for my questions today. Thank you, Mr. Sean, for your kind participation in today's interview.
Today, we are honored to have the opportunity to interview Mr. Subaro from Consumer Association Penang. Mr. Subaro is an education officer who has some insights on vaping that he will likely be sharing with us today. Hi, Mr. Subaro.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Subaro.
Hi.
Hi, Subaro. Mr. Subaro, can you give us some of the information regarding vaping?
Yeah. See, vaping is actually a different kind of from the smoking habit. It's an addiction, it's not like eating fruits or eating some kind of fruits. It's a modern culture that from foreign country, and now it's created a big issue where people think that vaping is safe, but it's not safe. Okay, and before vaping, after smoking, you have e-cigarette, and after e-cigarette, now go for vaping, and after vaping, there are also shisha. So vaping. Even people can say many things, but vaping is an addiction which we call a drug addiction.
Mr. Subaro, can you give us some of the negative effects arising from this issue?
Yeah. You see, many people, especially the sellers, used to say, okay, if you want to quit smoking, you go for a vaping or e-cigarette. See, when you are a smoker, in the cigarette, the tobacco, you already have about 4,000 chemicals already in your body, and you cannot erase that by doing a vaping. So vaping, you are adding more chemical into your body. And when people are said, is there any scientific study? We don't need any scientific study, And there are many countries, about 14 countries has banned e-cigarette and vaping. And there are 9 countries throughout the world have banned if there is found any nicotine. If there is nicotine in e-cigarette and in the vaping, they have total ban. So we already understand and prove, and a study is there, that this vaping and e-cigarettes contain a large amount of chemical which is really harmful for your health. So, and people should not just simply blindly listen what the sellers have to say. Sellers always say, yeah, my product is good for that, and it's not. No, definitely it's not, because the doctors have said that vaping it's not good.
Okay. So, Mr. Subaro, is there any action imposed against vaping in Malaysia?
You see, now there is a big battle between the health ministry and the cabinet. And I attended quite a number of meetings with the health ministry and quite a number of NGOs. And everybody came to the same stand that e-cigarette, vaping and shisha must be banned. So the stand by health ministry is total ban. But the cabinet had decided not to ban, to go for regulate. But once you are regulate, and if you're going to buy anything, if it is contain nicotine, and the seller, the pharmacy company or the shop should ask detail of who is the buyer, what is age, name and address. But if it is not nicotine, anybody can buy anywhere. So this is what we are worried, because even a child of 8 years old, even a man or more, but adults are not doing that. It's only very popular among the younger generation, because it's contain the taste, the flavor of fruits. So people are attracted. Yeah, it's a trend. And not only that, among the male, it's also a trend between the females. And we found that out of 10, 3 or 4 females are doing vaping now. So it is very bad, because we did our study. We went to KL, we went to Penang, big malls and everything. They think it's the culture, try to hold at that. But they are really harming their own body. It's not good for good health.
Okay. Okay, thanks for your time, Mr. Subaro.
Thank you.
On the last note, do you have any advice or suggestion for those who are vaping right now?
Yeah. Our advice from the Consumer Association Penang, please, God gave you to come and live in this world. When you born with a clean, good body and everything. So you want to be healthy, take clean hair, good food, and good living things. Don't add in your heart. Don't add this chemical and put into your heart and spoil it. And just imagine if it happened to your child. you must also worry about the parent. So if you want something in your mouth, please eat some vegetable or go for a carrot. That's better there for you. So this is what we are advising to the people.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Subaru, for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Subaru.
Thank you very much.
So you have heard that vaping helps those smoke addicts to turn over the new leaf, but you've also heard that vaping harms our health. After hearing from Mr. Subaru, I'm sure that all of you will have a peace of mind on this issue. This is Mindy.
This is Sam.
Signing off from
DoReMi
DoReMi FM.